Success is no accidental. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love for what you do or learn to do. With this quote, I would like to welcome you all for today's session. I welcome Ms. Lavanya, Professor of English, to take over the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Cynthia. Yes, it is a beautiful quote indeed, and success is not something that will fall into our laps. So it is something that we work for, we strive towards. So good luck to all of you. With that, let's straight away move into today's lesson. There's quite a few things that I've planned, so I don't want to lose too much time. Right. Now, today, I'm going to be talking about listening. Now, all of us listen to so many things. What is new? See, this is listening in two contexts. One, the context of language, English acquisition and communication. And two, in terms of success in life. You see that most people who are successful are very good listeners. All of us want to talk. We want to be heard, right? We want our feelings to be acknowledged. But how many of us are really willing to listen? Okay. So what are some of the reasons why we must listen? First of all, to understand others, okay? To make choices that are wise, right? Now that brings us to the next point. If people are giving us a few options, for example, it's a job, okay? You can either do this or do this, post it here, post it there. If you choose. So listening is a skill that we should have acquired yesterday. That means the sooner we acquire listening skills, the better off we are, okay? Now, this is especially true if life takes you out of, your state. So if you go live in a place, it doesn't have to be abroad, even in India. Say you find yourself in Gujarat or somewhere in Bengal, then unless you are an adept at speaking in English and communicating with the others, you will feel isolated because you will not have people speaking to you in Tamil, right? So this is important for all of us, including those of us who are embarking on our education. Now, listening is something that will help us improve our own speaking. When you listen to people who speak well, our own speaking, our own pronunciation and enunciation, I have a whole slide dedicated to enunciation today, so we'll talk about that, will improve. And those of us who listen well will find that we have a lot of good friends. We succeed in life. We climb up the ladder very quickly. So it's not, oh, I'm so good at my subject. I'm very good at what I do. My English is great. So success is mine. No, not necessarily. So you will also need the ability to listen, because listening means empathy, to be able to empathize with another person. So listening is a receptive skill, isn't it? Now I am talking, you're all listening. You are not talking. So you're receiving it, it's receptive. Nevertheless, however, unless you actively participate, if you have your cameras off, you're on mute. So say you're watching a TV program or you're chatting or you're texting, then you will not get the benefit of what I'm saying, because you're just hearing my words, you're hearing my voice, but you're not really listening. So, in order to succeed, you have to improve your listening capacity and listening skills. Now, there are two types of listening: extensive and intensive. And all of us at different points in our life do both. Extensive is when you listen to understand the main idea, right? Right now, I'm talking to you in general. I'm giving you some general points about the importance of listening. At the end of my contact class, if in the block class, your block teachers say, okay, how many of you can summarize what Lavanya ma'am said in the contact class? I'm sure most of you will be able to say, we discussed listening, we spoke about the importance of listening, but you may not be able to remember every single point, and that is okay, because that is extensive listening. Now, what is the emotion? When I communicated, I am trying to give you some theory, but there is also a little bit of concern as an adult who's talking to youngsters who are just starting life. I'm giving you some advice. I'm going to say a few good things, hoping that you will listen. So you understand, okay, ma'am is saying all this because it is important for us. You understand the emotion behind it. And at the end of it, you will pick up some knowledge, right? Now, when we say watch a movie and we listen to the dialogues, we are not trying to remember every single dialogue. We are listening to it for pleasure. And if I say, so what did the hero say? You will be able to summarize it. You will be able to paraphrase it. But you won't be able to say the exact words. May not be able to say it. This is what is extensive listening. You can do extensive listening for both pleasure, that is enjoyment, or knowledge. Now, when it comes to intensive listening, here you are only concerned about the details. Okay? For example, if you are playing the game bingo, we are listening only for our number. Oh, is she going to say 33? Is she going to say 12? Is she going to say 41? Whatever they are. Now there, you are seeking specific information. Like you are at a railway station, waiting for the announcement of your train. You are not worried about the tone of the speaker, her emotional state or his emotional state. You don't even care about any other details. You are listening only for one detail, and that is the detail of your train, right? That is intensive. And when do we do intensive listening? When it serves a purpose. For example, if you're in class and your teacher is talking about something, your future or planning your future, etc., you will do extensive listening. But when he or she is reading out the marks, when he says, okay, now I'm going to give you the names and the marks, immediately from extensive, your brain will switch to intensive. You might be curious about what your friends have got, but you're waiting for one name, yours, right? Now, all of us do both extensive and intensive at different points in our life. And sometimes we do it simultaneously also. For example, you're listening to a lecture and taking down notes. And you say, there are 3 ways in which this will manifest itself. So immediately from extensive, you're moving to intensive. And 1, 2, 3, you're marking out, you're taking notes of those 3 different ways, right? Now, in language classes, in good language and communication classes, we give you a lot of practice with both kinds of listening, because a large part of communication is listening. Now, there is one listening activity, that is the first listening activity that I've planned. And I'm going to ask Cynthia ma'am to play the audio. Cynthia, this is the 31, lesson 31.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
yeah, sure, Miss Soundarya. Thank you. Thank you.
Ma'am, can you
Ma'am, can you stop sharing the video, ma'am?
Sure, certainly. And I'm going to request Miss Soundarya to play the audio twice. Okay, we're going to listen to it twice and then answer questions.
okay, ma'am, okay.
Hello, ambulance service?
I'm calling from 100 Feet Road. There's been an accident here, just outside Emerald Theatre, and 2 people are badly wounded.
We are on our way. Please don't move them. Just make them comfortable if you can.
Okay, thank you so much.
Soundarya, ma'am, could you play it again?
Hello, ambulance service?
I'm calling from 100 Feet Road. There's been an accident here, just outside Emerald Theatre, and 2 people are badly wounded.
We are on our way. Please don't move them. Just make them comfortable if you can.
Okay, thank you so much.
Ma'am, it's enough, ma'am, or
Yeah,
That's
thank you,
enough.
ma'am.
That's enough. Thank you. So, may I please share my screen now?
ma'am, you can share your screen now, ma'am.
Yes, I'll do it. Okay. Okay, the first question is, what is the medium of communication? What is the medium of communication? Okay, I think I have 5 or 6 questions. So let's first fix the volunteers who are going to answer and then move on to it. Okay, I think we already have one. So could 5 people please raise their hands?
Yes, ma'am.
Ready, Cynthia?
Yes, ma'am, they are, ma'am.
Okay then.
Yes, ma'am.
The
So first
person-
we'll have Tivin Kritik. Second is Tarun. Third is Abhinandan. Fourth is Priyadarshini. Fifth is Aditya Ramakrishnan.
Okay, thank you. So let's begin. What is the medium of communication?
Tivin Kritik. Tivin, please unmute. Ma'am, can we ask Tarun to do it, ma'am? Because
Yes.
we lost Tivin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tarun, could you please read the... Yeah. Yes.
Telephone communication.
Come again, please.
Telephone communication.
That's right. It's telephonic communication. So, Tarun, please do answer in full sentences. Maybe you did and I lost your voice. So the medium of communication is the telephone. Now, Tarun, my question to you is, if this was not telephonic, okay, say this is personal communication, what would be different about this conversation?
They would be more casual, ma'am.
Absolutely. And would she have to give the address and everything if she were face to face with the ambulance service?
No, ma'am.
No, isn't it? So thank you, Tarun. So the first thing that I want us all to understand is that the medium of communication determines the sort of communication. Okay? The medium will determine the content and the type. Okay. The next question is, I hope the volunteer is ready. What is the situation and how many people are hurt?
Ma'am, can I ask Tivin to try it? Because
Yeah, sure.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Yes, Tivin? Can you give it a try? Okay. So Priyadarshini? Please unmute Priyadarshini.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Ma'am, the situation is there's an accident
Hmm.
and the people hurt are 2 people. ma'am.
Yeah, there are 2 people who are hurt. Yes. So, Priyadarshini, my question to you is, did you catch the detail the very first time or did listening to it a second time help you?
Ma'am, I think second time was more clearer because,
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
There was an audio lag the first time. Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Right. The situation is that there's been an accident and that 2 people are hurt. Thank you, Priyadarshini. Let's come to the third question. I hope the person to answer is ready.
Yeah, we have Aditya.
Nature. Okay, Aditya. So what is the nature of the call? Is it an inquiry or an emergency?
Ma'am.
Your voice is a little
Hello?
broken, but yes. Could you try again?
Ma'am, it is an emergency situation, ma'am. The nature of the call is emergency.
Yes, it is an emergency, right? The nature of the call is an emergency. It is definitely not. So, Aditya, just imagine for a minute if it was a call of inquiry, okay? How do you think the conversation would be? Could you give it a shot? It can be anything. Even you forget this situation. You are making a call inquiring about something. So what will you say?
I'll ask about how many people are hurted there, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. See.
And what is the vehicle that has been?
Yeah. Okay. So good. How many people are hurt? See, person is singular. People is plural. Persons or people is plural. So how many people are hurt? What is the vehicle? The pronunciation of vehicle is vehicle. So what is the vehicle that was involved in the accident, etc. So if you look at it from the point of view of the ambulance service, it could be a call of inquiry. But we say it is an emergency call because always the nature of the call is determined by the person who makes the call. Remember that. Okay. Okay, Aditya, thank you. Now the next one, compare the tone of the caller versus the tone of the receiver.
We have Vishnu with us.
Okay, Vishnu.
Yeah. Vishnu, please unmute.
Hello.
Yes, Vishnu, go ahead.
Ma'am, the tone of the caller was like an emergency call. The tone of the receiver is like
Give me adjectives for both, Vishnu. How would you describe the tone of the caller? Yes, it was an emergency. So how was the tone? Was it calm? Okay, I can't hear Vishnu. Vishnu, we can't.
Vishnu, we can't hear you, Vishnu.
Would someone else like to give it a shot?
Ma'am, we'll try with Abhinandan, ma'am.
Okay, Abhinandan?
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Ma'am, the tone of the caller was like emergency.
A situation is an emergency situation. Give me an adjective. What was the tone like?
It's not just like a calm, ma'am.
Yes, very good. It's not just a normal call. No, it's not like saying, hello, how are you? Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So what was there in her voice?
Urgent, ma'am.
Very good. There was a sense of urgency, right? She wanted immediate action. There are two people who are hurt and who need help. Now compare it to the receiver. How was the receiver's tone?
He's so calm, ma'am.
Very calm. But was he was calm, but did he respect the urgency in the caller's voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. See, there is a word in English called callous. Okay, because we are the gliders group, I'm using it. C-A-L-L-O-U-S. Callous. That means you don't care. Like the receiver didn't say, yeah, okay, fine, we'll come, put the phone down. Did he say that? No. He said, yes, we are on our way. Make them comfortable if you can, isn't it? He was calm and composed and practical. So remember that in a telephonic conversation, and we are going to talk about telephonic conversations later, tone is very, very important because the person is not in front of you. You are not face to face. Keep that in mind. Thank you, Abhinandan. So do I have another? Yes, I have the one last question. What is the advice given by the receiver?
Yes, Vishnu.
Yeah, Vishnu, go ahead.
Ma'am, he said not to move the person.
Yeah, both. There were two people. He said, don't move
Yeah,
them.
the people. Okay.
Don't move them. And one more thing he said. What did he say? Yes. Okay, who's talking?
He told them to make them.
Yes.
He told them to make them comfortable, ma'am.
Yes, very good. He told the caller, please keep them comfortable if you can. See, this is just an example exercise where you listen to something and then you look for answers. And then I give you the questions and you try to recollect what you heard, right? This is one way of listening, where we listen to something and then we seek answers. Got it, everyone? Good job. We need to be good listeners in order to be able to do any listening comprehension exercises. You know why? Because in reading comprehension, the text is in front of you. So even if once or twice you don't read it properly, if you're smart and good with the language, you can just look for the answers and write it. But with listening, in most competitive exams, they will play it 2 times mostly. And then they will take away the listening component. You will not be able to listen to the recording. Okay? And you will have to answer those questions from memory and from how well you have listened. And even in life, important things may not be said many times. So remember not to miss it and to listen carefully. Fine. Now we have one more recording, but this time I'm showing you all the questions. I'm showing you every single question. So read the questions very carefully. In fact, why don't we have one volunteer who will read out all 6 questions. Yashwant, sure. Remember the intonation you should use when reading questions. Go ahead.
What are the names of speakers? Who is inviting whom and to what? Is the invitation accepted? When is the event scheduled for? What is the name of the institution? What is the tune of the male speaker?
Okay, thank you, Sujay. Yashwant, would you like to try also?
Yes, ma'am.
Please go ahead. I want all of you to keep in mind the voice modulation that we should use while asking questions. It's very important. Try it.
Okay, ma'am. What are the names of the speakers? Who is inviting whom and to what event? Is the invitation accepted? What is the event scheduled for? What is the name of the institution? What is the tone of the male speaker?
Okay. So, 2 things. When you say words that end with T, don't make it sound like who is inviting whom and to what event. I shouldn't hear the T. Who is inviting whom and to what event? It should be very soft. Then when is the event scheduled for or scheduled for? Scheduled is American. Scheduled for. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
So thank you, Yashwant. Now I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to request Soundarya ma'am to play the audio twice. All of you remember the questions. Soundarya ma'am, could you please play the audio?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Ranjan. I am Bhaskar, the President of the College Students Union.
Good afternoon, Bhaskar. What can I do for you?
Our annual College Fest is due to begin on the 14th of February, ma'am. We'd be honored to have you as our chief guest inaugurating the 3-day event.
Thank you for the invitation, Bhaskar. I've always held Trinity International College in very high esteem. I'd be delighted to come. What time does the function start?
The inaugural ceremony begins at 10 a.m., ma'am.
That suits me perfectly, Bhaskar. I'll be there.
Thank you so much for accepting our invitation, Mrs. Ranjan. It means so much to us. We're looking forward to having you with us.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Ranjan. I am Bhaskar, the President of the College Students Union.
Good afternoon, Bhaskar. What can I do for you?
Our annual College Fest is due to begin on the 14th of February, ma'am. We'd be honored to have you as our chief guest inaugurating the 3-day event.
Thank you for the invitation, Bhaskar. I've always held Trinity International College in very high esteem. I'd be delighted to come. What time does the function start?
The inaugural ceremony begins at 10 a.m., ma'am.
That suits me perfectly, Bhaskar. I'll be there.
Thank you so much for accepting our invitation, Mrs. Ranjan. It means so much to us. We're looking forward to having you with us.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Soundarya. Okay. I hope all of you could hear that. There was an audio lag, but I think it was manageable, right? So could we please have 6 volunteers who could answer?
Yes, ma'am. We have Tivin, Kritik, second is Tarun, third is Priyadarshini, fourth is Sarath, fifth is Abhinandan, and sixth is Diksha.
Okay, if there's someone who hasn't answered the first time, could we give them priority this time, please?
Yes, ma'am, but Tivin hasn't.
Yeah. We'll begin with Tivin. Tivin, we'll start with you. Please unmute and answer.
Ma'am.
Yes, Tivin.
Ma'am, the speakers are Mrs. Ranjan and Bhaskar, ma'am.
Okay, could the rest of you please unmute? Sorry, Tivin, please answer me again.
Yes, ma'am. The speakers are Mrs. Ranjan and Bhaskar, ma'am.
And Bhaskar, very good.
Bhaskar.
Yes, thank you, Tivin. Okay, who's answering me next?
We have Sarath with us.
Okay.
Ma'am, Bhaskar is inviting Miss Ranjan to an annual college fest.
Very good. To their annual college. So there are three elements to the question. Bhaskar is inviting Mrs. Ranjan to the annual college fest. Good job. Thank you, Sharad. Okay. So who's next?
We have Sidiksha.
Okay.
Ma'am, am I audible, ma'am?
You are, Sidiksha. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. The invitation is accepted by Mrs. Ranjan, ma'am.
Yes. She has accepted the invitation. Would you also be able to tell me with what words she accepted it? Any idea?
She was very delightful for inviting them to the annual college fest, ma'am.
Yeah, she said, I'd be delighted to come, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's how she accepted it. So instead of saying, yes, I can come, she said, I'd be delighted to come. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
We're all at the next level, isn't it? So we should keep our ears open for embellishments in language, for beauty in language. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Next we have Madhini, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, am I audible?
You are, Madhini.
Okay. Ma'am, the event is scheduled on 14th Feb. It is a 3-day event and inaugural starts at 10 a.m. ma'am.
Perfect. You are a very good listener, Madhini. You got all the details. Very good. Thank you. And okay, very good. Who's going to go next?
We have Pratiksha.
Okay, Pratiksha.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
You are.
Ma'am, the name of the institution is Trinity International College.
Yes, the name of the institution is Trinity International College. Could you tell me in what context it was introduced?
Ma'am.
Who mentioned the name of the college? Was it Bhaskar or Mrs. Ranjan?
Mrs. Ranjan, ma'am.
Okay, so she mentioned it.
Yes, ma'am.
And Bhaskar only introduced himself as the president of the college union. So from the fact that Mrs. Ranjan already knew the name of the institution, is there something that we know about this communication? Was it a surprise phone call?
No, ma'am. I think they already contacted some other way.
Yeah, she was already contacted.
Yes, ma'am.
She knew to expect a call from this college, right?
Yes,
See, these are subtle hints that we should pick up. See, if all of you are struggling to understand English, I can't ask you these questions because you're trying to understand what is the main theme. So since you're all past that, remember that for listening activities, you should catch, we call it the subtext. Always try to be aware of the subtext, catch the subtext. And whether this is in life, at your jobs, or in college, your success will depend on how quick you are to catch the subtext. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, the last question.
Ma'am, we don't have, I request students to volunteer.
We have enough volunteers. We said,
yeah,
didn't try.
Can I, yeah, Nakul, we have Nakul.
Yeah, Nakul, please go ahead.
Ma'am, he had a tone like so polite and thankful. She was
Yes.
very thankful because she had the invitation. So
Absolutely. Very good. Very good. He was very polite, isn't it? And when immediately, as soon as she accepted, he made his happiness and gratitude understood. They are not face to face, but Mrs. Ranjan would have surely realized that Bhaskar is delighted to have her as the chief guest or the college itself. And remember, tomorrow when you are in college and we ask you to make calls like this, you become representatives of the college. So it is very, very important that we have this, what do you say, the subtext. This is the subtext. Okay, fine. Thank you. Good job, guys. Hold on. Why am I playing this? Right. Now, this is again a listening activity. Very simple sentences. But how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So 8 volunteers straight away, please. And then I'll tell you what we need to do.
So we have Tarun Kumar, Abhinandan, Sanjeev, Kannan, Pratiksha, Sau Surya, Priyadarshini, Vishnu, and Kavyashri.
Okay, so please be ready. Now, what I'm going to do is, but when I need to tell me what the difference is. My soup. So what is the first difference?
you added a article now.
Yes, I added an article, right? Now, many times, and even those of us who are good with the language, sometimes omit articles. We don't add articles where we are supposed to add them. And sometimes we add them where we are not supposed to. So this exercise is a combination. I'm testing your listening, also telling you not to miss articles in certain important places. So there is fly in my soup is wrong. There is a fly in my soup. Okay. Next one. Ramya goes to Hyderabad every summer. Ramya goes to Hyderabad every summer.
Ma'am, may I? I will not come.
Whose turn was it? Okay.
Abhinandan.
Okay, Abhinandan. Yes. So there is no the. We don't use the there. See, the will not come அப்படி நம்ம சொன்னோம்னா இங்க the வராது. அதனுடைய true translation. That is thinking in Tamil and saying it in English. If we want to say that this sentence will not take an article here, that's what we want to say. Or we should simply say, ma'am, there will not be an article before Hyderabad. That's it. And then let's look at pronunciation also. A is a. Okay, so that not there is yeah fly. There is a fly or a cat, a bat, anything. Then the THE is the. Okay, so Ramya goes to Hyderabad every summer. Does not take the definite article before. There's no definite article before a proper noun. Okay, so Abhinandan, right? Abhinandan, could you please pronounce THE for me, please?
The.
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 நம்ம எங்க the சொல்வோனா okay, the most important thing to remember. If I have to stress that, the most, or this is the best biryani I've ever eaten. When you want to emphasize, or when THE, the definite article, comes before a vowel sound, then it is okay to say the. But in general, the pronunciation is the. Solunga? The, correct. Okay? The market, the postman, the. Okay, please remember that, Abhinandan. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Now, who's going to go next?
Shall I?
I think we are okay.
May I?
Ma'am, it's Sanjeev, ma'am. Sanjeev.
Sanjeev, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Sanjeev. So this is an important question for the exam. This is an important question for the exam.
Ma'am, you added and, ma'am.
Correct. So many of us say this is important question. Remember, we definitely need an article there because you're talking about one question, right? So, and Abhinandan inga paranga, I said the exam. Okay, I said the because exam starts with a vowel sound. Okay, is it wrong to say the exam? Not at all. Not at all. But it's definitely not that. Okay, it's either the or the. Okay, thank you, Sanjeev, I think. Right. So who's going to answer next? We've already decided the.
We have
Sorry,
Kannan.
Okay, Kannan.
Ma'am. Ma'am, may I? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to the market to buy a couple of things.
Ma'am, you have added a.
What did I add, Kannan? Other. Correct.
Ma'am, I am audible.
You are audible.
Ma'am, you have added a.
Very good. Yes, I've added the article. I'm going to the market to buy a couple of things. In the or pronunciation, it's like saying UH. Andamari pronunciation. Okay. So I'm going to the market to buy a couple of things. Kannan, would you like to repeat after me in the sentence? Repeat pandringla?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, hold on, Kannan. I'll say it first and then you can answer.
Okay.
I'm going to the market to buy a couple of things.
I'm going to the market to buy a couple of things.
Perfectly said. Very well said. Thank you, Kannan.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So who's going to answer the next?
We have Pratiksha.
Okay, Pratiksha.
Yes, ma'am.
Dogs are better than cats. Dogs are better than cats.
Ma'am, the is not necessary before cats.
It's not necessary before dogs either.
Yes, ma'am. Both. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, right. So when we make a general statement, then you don't need the. Okay, so dogs are better than cats. Butter is tastier than cheese or whatever. So when you make a general statement, you don't need the definite article. Okay, thank you, Pratiksha.
Thank you, ma'am.
Who's going to answer the next one?
Priyadarshini.
Okay, Priyadarshini, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. David is a postman. David is a postman.
Ma'am, I think David is a postman.
Yeah, correct. Kapilesh, could you please mute your audio? Kapilesh, please mute your audio. Yes, Priyadarshini, I've added the indefinite article a. Many of us, when we talk about professions, we forget to use articles. Okay, so mother is lawyer, father is teacher, or I'm just giving examples, but you may not make those mistakes. If you hear someone making those, do correct them, assuming they are willing to take your corrections. And Priyadarshini, I want you to note the pronunciation, and it's not just for Priyadarshini, it's for everybody. David is a postman. Anga vanda postman அப்படினு அந்த ஆவ இழுக்க மாட்டோம். Okay, so it's man, but postman. Postman. So Priyadarshini, I'd like you to repeat this after me, please. David,
yes, ma'am.
Postman.
David is a postman.
That's right. Okay, thank you. Fine. Who's going to go next?
We have Vishnu, ma'am.
Okay, Vishnu. Aruna is eating breakfast.
The definite article has been omitted before breakfast.
Absolutely. Could you also tell us why?
We don't want to emphasize the breakfast with the definite. We don't want to like emphasize breakfast with the ma'am, because Aruna is eating breakfast was the usual statement, ma'am.
Yes. So see, breakfast is only when I say, have you had breakfast? The pronunciation, Vishnu and everyone else, like postman, the vowel sound is short, breakfast. So when I talk about breakfast, will I ask you at 9 p.m. at night? Have you had breakfast, Ablina? Naturally not, isn't it? So breakfast is typically a morning meal. Lunch is the afternoon meal. Dinner is the meal we have at night. So because it is already fixed, it is already specified. It's like saying the Vishnu speaks very good English. I don't need to say that. Vishnu speaks very good English. Similarly, breakfast is the name of just a single meal. So you don't need to ever say the breakfast, the lunch, the dinner. Okay, all of you, please remember that. Thank you, Vishnu. Okay.
Next, we have Kavyashri.
Okay, Kavyashri. Today is an amazing day.
Ma'am, you have had it. Ma'am, I'm audible.
Yeah, say that again.
Ma'am, you have added.
Have I? Listen again.
Ma'am,
today.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry.
That's okay. Today is an amazing day. Now, yes, I added the indefinite article "an." Now, what I want you to remember is, or rather, when I say this sentence, okay? I'm not saying today is an amazing day. I'm not saying that. Today is an amazing day. It's an amazing day. You see how natural speakers, those who are very comfortable with the language, will not emphasize every single word. At the same time, it's not as though I'm saying today's amazing day, today's amazing day. No, you can hear every single word that I'm enunciating. Today is an amazing day. Today is an amazing day. Is an amazing. Is an amazing. Do you see that? So I want you to try that, Kavya. Why don't you try saying it like me?
Yes, ma'am. Today is an amazing day.
See, I don't want you to stop at "an." Adu stress pannave venda.
Okay, ma'am.
Amazing, an amazing, an amazing. Appi varanum. Try.
Today is an amazing day.
Yeah, much better. The stress or the emphasis should be on amazing. Well done, Kavya.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mind, not just for this sentence, whatever we speak, adukana we should not put on a false accent. Today is an amazing day. No, nobody's asking us to put on an accent. But how do we naturally give that intonation, the rise and fall of the language, so that those who listen to us enjoy listening to us? Okay, keep that in mind. Who's the last volunteer?
We have Sujay.
Sujay or Sujay. Okay. Are you ready? Sujay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
They are waiting for school to start.
Ma'am, 1 second, ma'am. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I thought as much.
Break.
They are waiting for school to start.
Ma'am, you didn't add the ma'am.
Correct. I in fact omitted the from before school. So who can tell me?
You didn't add.
Okay.
You omitted the.
Correct. So Sujay, do you know why? Yeah, not just Sujay. Anyone else? Would you like to attempt?
We have Pratiksha, ma'am.
Okay, Pratiksha.
Yes, ma'am.
Pratiksha, my question is, why doesn't school need a definite article in front of it?
Ma'am, it's not specified that it's not a specific school described here. It's just for school to start, like that.
Correct. So there are certain special places, okay, where you don't need a definite article. University, school, library, college. We're waiting for college to reopen. We don't have to say we are waiting for the college to reopen. Okay. So, but we're waiting for the engineering colleges to open. Then if I'm specifying and describing it and qualifying it, then I will have to use the definite article. Very good, Pratiksha. Fine. Guys, I don't know, I might be a little late today. We have only 10 minutes, but I have another worksheet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 volunteers, please. This must be easy for all of you. So are we ready?
Yes, ma'am. So I'll read out the names. So first we have Tamil Malar. Second is Nakul. Third, Sidiksha. Next, Kanishka, Tarun, Priyadarshini, Vishnu, Shriram, Kirtana, and Sausurya.
Okay, but we have only 8 questions. So let's give priority to those who have not attempted anything else today. Okay. So like the first,
Nakul.
Yeah, Nakul, I've given you the instruction, and the, or if it doesn't need an article, say, ma'am, no article required, and I'll put an X. Okay, Nakul, go ahead.
Nakul? Ma'am, I think...
yeah, just choose someone else.
Yes. He's
okay, Nakul. Yes, Nakul.
For the first one, should I answer?
Yes, for the first one, please.
Ma'am, yesterday I found a 100 rupee note on the street.
Very good. But one is like, O is a vowel, Nakul. So why are you saying a? Any idea?
Ma'am, it comes under exception, ma'am. So.
Okay. See, when I say simple terms, when I say one, the consonant sound W is heard, right?
Fine.
I say, I am dash only child. Only child. Then what is the article that will come?
I'm the only child.
Yeah, okay. But if I want to qualify it with an indefinite article.
And ma'am, should I?
Correct. So because when we say only, we are making the vowel sound O. The number only abdin solitona, that won't make any sense.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Remember that O-N-L-Y is always pronounced only. Okay, thank you, Nakul. So yesterday I found a 100 rupee note on the street. Okay, who's going next?
We have Sidiksha.
Okay, Sidiksha.
Am I audible?
You are, but there's a lag. So,
ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, now yes.
A book you wanted is not in the library.
Could you repeat
it?
Yeah,
a book you wanted is not in the library.
What is the article you're using for the first dash?
Ma'am, a book you wanted is not a... Ma'am, am I audible? First dash is a, ma'am.
Okay, is there anyone? Okay, Sidiksha, is there anyone who disagrees with her?
Ma'am, may
I? Venita, we haven't heard from her. Let's listen to her. Yes, Venita.
Ma'am, the book you wanted is not in the library.
So you're saying definite articles in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Ma'am, it specifies a particular book, ma'am.
Very good. So I've already asked you for the book. You know what book I've asked for. So you come back and say, the book that you asked for is not there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So who's going to go next?
We have Sriram.
Okay, Sriram.
Ma'am, Kalidasa is the Shakespeare of India.
Okay, thank you, Sriram. You're right. But I want to know the answer for the third one.
The umbrella is a beautiful. The umbrella is a beautiful. Sorry. The umbrella is an useful thing.
The umbrella is an useful thing. Is there someone who disagrees with Sriram?
Ma'am, Surya.
Yes, Surya, go ahead.
Ma'am, we should add an umbrella.
An umbrella.
Okay, an umbrella, and then?
Is a useful thing.
An umbrella is a useful thing. Rendume yuva irundalume. The first one is a vowel sound umbrella. Useful na, it's like a U. So then it's a consonant sound. So an umbrella is a useful thing. We are mentioning it for the first time. So we use an indefinite article. It's a general statement. The umbrella that you bought at the market is very useful or works very well. When you talk about a specific thing like the book, then you have to use a definite article. Good job. We already got the answer for this. Kalidasa is the Shakespeare of India. We generally don't use any articles before a proper noun. But in this case, Shakespeare of India is not a proper noun. It's like giving them a title, a status, a qualification. So it is only a clause that qualifies Kalidasa. So the is used here. Okay. Now who's going to answer the fifth one?
We have Kirtana.
Okay, Kirtana, go ahead.
We make eggs, butter, and cheese from the milk, ma'am.
Okay, so first is an X. We make butter and cheese from the milk. Okay, is there anyone who disagrees with Kirtana? Yes?
Ma'am, it may be X. No article.
Why do you say that, Kirtana?
I think it's a product, maybe.
Okay, the answer is yes, there is no article there. But the reason is, it is a general statement. We make butter and cheese from milk.
Okay, ma'am.
The milk that we buy from the farm is so pure. Then I'm talking about the specific thing that I got, the specific kind of milk that I buy. Okay, but otherwise, the milk that came from the farm. So I've qualified that. Appadan the varum. When it's a general statement, we make butter and cheese from milk. There is no article anywhere, and you can definitely not put an indefinite article because how can you say one milk?
Okay, ma'am.
Say a glass of milk. Okay, or a liter of milk. So I have to make it measurable, countable. Otherwise, it's not. Okay. The next one. Thank you, Kirtana. Who's going to go next?
Tamil Malar.
Okay, Tamil, go ahead. Tamil? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
An honest man is a rare creature.
An honest man is a rare, and the A-R-E end are the air, is a rare creature. Creature, even though it's like EA, created or creation, the pronunciation is creature, like CRWE, is a rare creature. Okay. So, Tamil, why don't you repeat after me? An honest man is a rare creature.
An honest man is a rare creature.
And the rare vandu an varama rare.
Rare creature.
Very good. Rare creature. Okay. Remember, guys, if we are going to say honest, her போட்டு பேசினோம்னா, this article won't make any sense. And that is the wrong pronunciation of honest. The H is silent. Please remember that. Okay. Next one, please.
We have Gokul.
Okay, Gokul.
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me? Hello,
Yes. Yes.
X. Breakfast at hotel consists of a bread, butter, and jam.
Read the sentence again carefully.
Breakfast at hotel consists of a bread, butter, and a jam.
Is it hotel or hostel?
Hostel, ma'am. Sorry.
That's okay. Your first X is right. You know, I already told you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We don't say the. We don't have to qualify meals. Very good. Breakfast and breakfast and solokudadu. Breakfast. Short vowels. Breakfast. Okay. Breakfast at hostel consists of. Is there anyone who disagrees with Gokul's answer?
Ma'am.
Yes, Shriram.
Ma'am, there will be no articles in the sentence, ma'am.
That's right. Breakfast at hostel consists of bread, butter, and jam. It's just a general statement. There is no need to qualify it as the bread. For example, the whole wheat bread, even that is wrong. If I say the loaf of bread bought from the bakery is spoiled, then I'm saying specifically that loaf, and the loaf is spoiled. Unless there is that kind of specificity, you don't need a definite article. Okay, good. Last answer. Okay, go.
Ma'am, one small doubt, ma'am.
Yes,
consist of, we are telling about consists of. We are making a list, no, ma'am.
Okay, how many lists?
Ma'am, in hostel, actually, a student eat bread, butter, and jam, no, ma'am.
Correct.
He takes 1 or 2 breads. It's enough for him.
1 or 2 illa. 1 slice or 2 slices. 1 or 2 slices. So if you're going to talk about just 1 slice of bread, adu 1 bread நம்ம சொல்ல முடியாது. Could you please give me 1 slice of bread, or 1 slice of bread is enough for me? And consists of illa, consists of. It breakfast is singular, 1 meal. Breakfast consists of bread, butter, and jam. If I want to say 1 slice or oru bread நம்ம சொல்லவே மாட்டோம். It's always 1 slice of bread or 1 loaf of bread. Okay, Gokul. Gokul, have you understood?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And bread and butter and jam நம்ம எப்படி quantify பண்ணுவோம்? 1 spoon of jam.
Spoon.
Right? Unless I can count it, it will not take an indefinite article for sure. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Someone for the last. Nitin, go ahead. Nitin?
I think he left he left, so I can ask Harini.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Nitin, you're back. Okay, sorry, Harini. Nitin, would you like to answer the last question?
This is the place.
That's right. Yes. Yes, thank you, Nitin. Harini, do you think you can tell me this is the right answer? Do you think you can tell me why it is the right answer?
Ma'am, that was a specific place, ma'am.
Correct. What made it specific, Harini?
The word this, ma'am. This is the specific place.
Is it the word this or something else in the sentence?
Ma'am, I think first met her.
Correct. Where I first met her. And the whole clause. That whole clause is qualifying the place. This is not the place where I fell down. This is not the place where someone robbed me of my bag. No, this is the place where I first met her. It has been qualified by a specific event. That is why it takes on the article. Okay, good job. Okay, guys, I don't want to take too much of your time. It's 4:05 already. Now, I'm going to quickly touch upon telephone etiquette. Okay, and it's very important. That is our manners when we speak on the phone. Sometimes even those of us who are actually polite people will come across as extremely impolite on the phone, simply because we don't know the right kind of words to use, right? Now, without taking too much of your time, if you are making the call, and especially if you're going to make the call to a superior, like a teacher or the principal or an event manager, say you're organizing an event for college and you want to make it to someone who's older to you, the first thing you need to do is prepare all the details. You can't pick up the phone and then say 1 minute and look around for details. You should have everything ready. Similarly, if you are receiving the call and you know that you need to take down notes, you can't say, hold on a second, I can't find a pen. If the call is unexpected, you can say that, it's okay. But otherwise, be prepared. That's the first thing. I'm going very fast. Then when it comes to politeness, this is what is called register, right? When you call someone who's older to you or someone who's older to you has called, for example, a teacher from the college to interview you over the telephone. If they say, hello, we're calling from VIT, this is regarding this, you can't say, yeah, what, right? You could probably say, good morning, ma'am, I'm ready, or some such thing. So what kind of language do we use with whom? That is what is register. Register has many things like tone and other politeness markers. Like, for example, saying, could I please do this? May I do this? Rather than can I? Can I is not considered very polite, right? Little things like that. Then remember that a conversation has different phases or different stages. The first phase is greeting. Adu kuda, it will depend on register. If I'm calling the teacher, I can't say, hey, how are you? I can't say that. However close I am. Say, good morning, ma'am, how are you? So if I'm calling my friend, naturally I can say, hey, how are you? Or hi, how are you? So phases, first is greeting. Second is introduction, especially if it is a serious call and you want something done. You need a favor. Clearly give them an introduction as to why you're calling. If it is not a good time for them to talk and they say, could you please call back later? Remember to say, yes, it's absolutely fine. Let me know when is a good time to call you. The third thing is you explain the details, if they, assuming they have time. Then the fourth is drawing the whole thing to a natural conclusion. And finally, again, greeting, but this time like saying bye or goodbye. Or thank you, I look forward to hearing from you, things like that. So there are 5 phases in the conversation, but it doesn't mean we speak for hours. Remember that the other person's time is valuable. They are giving you 5 or 6 minutes of their time. So be very concise and precise with what you want to say. Now, if you are receiving a call, even if it's an annoying marketing call, show some consideration. It is that other person's job to call you and hound you for whatever, right? So you can just very politely say, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, or please don't call. This is not a good time. I'm just not interested in the offer. Whatever it is, do it with consideration. Okay, so the 4th point is concision and consideration. Then the 5th one is enunciation. There is a difference between pronunciation and enunciation. Now, I would have ideally asked you to answer, but for lack of time, let me give you the answer. Let's take the word, I just gave that example, only, O-N-L-Y. When I know that it's not only, but it's only, that means I know the pronunciation. Yenakku only nodia pronunciation nalla theriyum. Nevertheless, despite knowing it, supposing I say, he was late only once. He was late only once. I'm not saying only, I'm saying only. But I'm saying it so fast, I'm slurring over words. He was late only once is what I want to say. So to be able to speak clearly, that is known as enunciation. But that doesn't mean I say he was late only once. Then I will sound like a pre-recorded machine. He was late only once. He was late only once. See the graph? So every statement that we make has a graph. That is called intonation. But to be able to speak every word clearly is enunciation. Now, what are these pictures doing here? Seashells and a woodchuck and a bear. Any guesses? Okay, so we are going to practice enunciation, right? One of the best ways of practicing enunciation, that is how to speak clearly, is by trying out tongue twisters. Okay, tongue twisters challenge us to use the sounds of the language in a fun way. So could I have 3 brave volunteers? 3 people?
We have Madhishwar, Sujay, and Priyadarshini.
Okay, so Madhishwar, start the first one. She sells seashells by the seashore. இதுல வந்து ரெண்டு sound இருக்கு, sh and s. I'm sure all of you have heard people who confuse the two, right? Where they need to say this seems so, they might say this seems so. They don't know the difference between s and sh. So this is an excellent way to practice that. Madhishwar, do you want to try this?
Yes, ma'am.
Try it.
Sells seashells by the seashore.
Could you try it a little faster and louder, please?
She sells seashells. She sells.
Stop. Yeah.
He sells seashells by the seashore.
By the seashore.
By the
So,
seashore.
okay. She sells seashells by the seashore. Someone else. Good job. Good attempt. So maybe you can practice it and get faster. Is there anyone else who would like to try this?
Ma'am.
Sure.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Faster?
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Yeah, don't take a break after every clause. She sells seashells by the seashore. Try to say it together.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Yeah, good job. Very good job. Okay, very good. So who's going to go next for the next one? This animal is called a woodchuck. It looks like a squirrel. It's a rodent family, but it looks like a squirrel. Okay. Who's going to try? Yeah, Sujay, try.
How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Yeah, very good. And on the wood under the WOOD, அது வந்து wood ன்னு கேட்க கூடாது. Whoever that is, please mute. So on the W ஓட sound கேட்கணும். Wood. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Try it.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Yeah, it's a little difficult, I know. But I want you to practice it, Sujay, and get faster at it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good job. Good try. Someone else who wants to try it faster? Yes, Cynthia? Yeah.
There are many volunteers. I don't know. Okay, Priyadarshini, would you like to try?
No, I think Abhinesh hasn't spoken as yet.
Oh, okay.
Shall I start it?
Yeah, start.
How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
You're actually doing the tough words very well. நீங்க எங்க தெரியுமா slow down ஆறீங்க? You're saying yeah. How much would how much would chuck chuck would chuck could chuck would. So don't stop to say yeah so long. It's try it once more. You're actually very good.
Okay. How much would your woodchuck chuck if your woodchuck would chuck wood?
Abhinesh, don't அந்த year வந்து மாத்தணும் நம்ம. It's say yeah
How much would woodchuck chuck if woodchuck could chuck wood?
Yeah, you're actually pretty good, Abhinesh. Good, and you've also improved your pronunciation. Thank you for trying that. Okay.
Yeah.
The next one, someone?
Shall I?
Sure.
No, I'll try, ma'am.
Okay, we'll have both. Okay, someone said shall I first. So
Sausurya.
Sausurya, come on, try.
Uzi was a bear. Uzi had no hair. Uzi was in fuzzy. Was he?
Okay, it's a good try. It's fuzzy. Fuzz na the hair. So Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? Could you try it again? Fuzzy.
Yes, ma'am.
Try it.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy. Was he?
Yeah, it's a good, this is good fun. Good, Sausurya, you actually done quite well. அது வந்து BEAR வந்து bear.
Bear.
Exactly like a BARE மாதிரி. அந்த bear அந்த ear வரக்கூடாது. Bear. Okay, someone else wanted to try it after Surya. Who else wants to try it?
Ma'am, may I?
Sure. Priyadarshini, is that you?
No, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Try it.
Yes, ma'am. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy. Was he?
Yeah, very good. Very good. So when we take advantage of the punctuations in this, if you notice, I chose this because it is a tongue twister with punctuations. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy. Was he? It has a question mark there and the comma. So while they are fun to, Priyadarshini, you've done very well. So while they are fun to do, they also get our tongue and the organs of the mouth used to enunciating in English. Right? Either number alutti, fuzzy, wuzzy, was a bear. We won't be able to get the speed. So naturally, in order to get the speed, we start speaking English the way it is supposed to be spoken. Okay? Keep that in mind. There are so many, what is that, Betty bought a pound of butter. There's so many famous tongue twisters. Pick them off the internet and practice. You'll find your ability to pronounce and ability to, to enunciate will improve. Okay? So sorry, I've taken some time from the block classes. I'm going to request all of you to quickly move to your block classes and practice whatever they have for you planned. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're
Thank
all
you.
welcome.
Sausurya, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, we can end the session, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.